Hello and welcome back to more Super Mario Kart, where last time, that was not the button I wanted to press. Last time we played through the 150cc Mushroom Cup, and it wasn't as bad as I anticipated it being. And today, we're going to be playing through the 150cc Flower Cup. We are 1 down, 3 to go. We're almost out of this hellhole that is this game, so let's just push on. A little bit more to go, and we'll be out of here for good. But first, we have some unfinished business from yesterday, because yesterday, I started talking about what some of my favorite books of all time were, and I didn't finish because I ended up talking for way longer than I intended to about Stuart Gibbs and Agatha Christie and the Divergent trilogy. And, oh good god, I forgot this level sucks so bad. In summation, Stuart Gibbs writes a lot of great mystery books, Agatha Christie also does that, and then the Divergent trilogy, I don't think you need me to explain what the Divergent trilogy is. I'm pretty sure everyone, even if you haven't read it, you at least know what it is. Be that by proxy of the movie or not is a topic for a different day, but most people at least know what Divergent is, so I don't think you need me to. Can Luigi stop constantly hopping? That'd be great if Luigi could stop constantly hopping. Like, I wasn't even pressing the damn R button, it wasn't, oh dear god, this level. Oh my god, this level sucks so bad. This level is just actually the worst. I hate this level so much. And that sure is what I did there, game. That sure is what I did. I definitely backed out of the thing. I definitely didn't press A to tell me to go into where I wanted. God, this level sucks so bad. Oh my god, I cannot wait to be done with this game. You have no idea how happy I'm gonna be when I never have to play this game ever again. Good god, you're so slippery. Jesus! You are so slippery in this game. Oh my god. Okay, positives. Next series of books I wanted to talk about. Why are you hopping so goddamn much? I'm not pushing any buttons to make you hop. What are you, a bunny rabbit? You need not hop this much, Luigi. You really don't need to do this. I promise you. You'll be just fine if you don't hop about like a bunny rabbit. Good god almighty. Okay. Anyway, so next up, the Hunger Games trilogy, which I know you don't need me to tell you about, because for as many people know about Divergent, even more people know about what Hunger Games is, because even if you've never read the books, even if you've never played this dumbass track, even if you've never watched the movies, you at least know what the Hunger Games are. You are aware of the concept of them, be it by online Hunger Games simulation things, be it by Minecraft survival games, whatever it may be. You are aware of what the Hunger Games are. You don't need me to explain them to you. But what I will say is that, hey, the movie adaptations of those are actually decent. They're actually pretty good. Mockingjay is not that great, but that's just because the Mockingjay in general is definitely the weakest of the trilogy. But the decision, granted that's not saying much, but still, point being, the decision to split Mockingjay into 2 different movies was not a good, well, I'm sure financially it did wonders for the movie. Because financially, it's like, well, why only earn the profits from 1 movie when you can earn the profits from 2 movies instead? And so they did. But the problem is that Mockingjay is not, it might be slightly longer than the other 2 books, but if it is, it's not by much. And its pacing is very tightly crafted, and it works well the way that it is in the books. Sorry, in the book. So you don't need to, by splitting the movie in 2 halves, which means that you have 2 full-length, and it's not like they split the movie into 2 45-minute sections or something stupid like that. It's 2 full-length, 2-hour movies, whereas the previous Hunger Games books had been condensed into a single 2-hour movie each. Maybe 2.5, I don't know, it's something like that. So, when you do that, you are, by default, that means you have to artificially stretch out the movies and drastically slow down the pace. Because if you don't do that, then you will only have half of a movie. Which means that the Mockingjay book is good. I think it's the weakest of the 3, but it's still a great ride, and it's a great conclusion to the Hunger Games trilogy. The Mockingjay movies are god-awful. Because like I said, it's faithful to the source material. I'll give it that much. Unlike a certain other dystopian future trilogy that I may have mentioned yesterday that may or may not be literally the worst. Well, I was gonna say worst. Is it the worst book movie adaptation? Possibly. It might be. It honestly might be. I need to think about it some more, but it very well might. Oh my god, you are so goddamn slippery in this stupid game. You are so goddamn slippery in this stupid game. I can't complete. I'm trying to find if there's anything about this game I don't hate, and so far, we're coming up empty in that regard. But good God, okay. Anyway, Hunger Games, great books, really enjoyed them, very much enjoyed them, and I was actually pleasantly surprised to watch the Hunger Games movies and discover that they actually weren't horrible. And unlike this game, which is indeed horrible, and it's quite actually impressive how absolutely garbage this game is. Jesus Christ. This game, it hasn't aged worse than 64, but it's up there. It is definitely up there. Good God, the controls are so bad. I'm just hoping that 64 is going to be better. Sorry, when I said 64, I was referring to Super Mario 64, not Mario Kart 64. I'm hoping that Mario Kart 64 will be better than this. I don't see how it can be worse. I don't see how they can possibly be worse than this, so at least I can take solace in that. Anyway, yeah, so that's the Hunger Games cleared. Kingdom Keepers. That's a series that you probably either didn't know about or forgot existed, but man, I really enjoyed the first few Kingdom Keepers books. Book 1 was amazing, Book 2 was also amazing, Book 3 was incredible, Book 4, still pretty good. Book 5 is when things started to fall off the rails, Book 6 even more so, and by the time I got to Book 7, it's just like, what are we even doing anymore? Kingdom Keepers was definitely something that started out as a great idea for one single book that was intentionally left open so that they could, like, clearly the book was left open so that they could have, the author could have continued it if he wanted to. It's kind of like Halo Combat Evolved, where they really didn't think about what would happen if they ever made a Halo 2, because the Xbox was not a guaranteed success. They didn't know if the console would succeed, they didn't know if Halo would succeed, so really they were just focused on, let's make the best single game that we can, but still leave it open in case they want to make a sequel, but not really think about what a sequel would actually consist of, and that's kind of what the Kingdom Keepers was, where it's just like, I mean, the first book is self-contained and it's great, but it's left open enough so that okay, I guess that doesn't make you invisible to that. It's left open enough so that if one day we want to, we can make a sequel to it. And for a while, he managed to make some pretty good sequels to it. The second one was great. Like I said, 2, 3, and 4 were still great. But the time it gets to book 5, it just clearly he ran out of ideas, and the creativity for what to do next just... I guess it's hard to say they jumped the shark given what the premise of the stories are, but I don't know, it's weird. I need to reread them again to give more in-depth detail explanations of what happened, what went wrong with books 5 through 7 of the Kingdom Keeper series. But it's become, because there's also spin-offs, I'm pretty sure there's also spin-offs of the main series featuring, like, focusing on some of the individual characters, and it just feels so much like milking the series for all it's worth instead of telling a story you want to tell because you believe it's something that it deserves to be read and that you want to write, so you're writing it because you know a lot of people, it's an easy profit generation. Because I guess I should explain what the actual story is about. So Kingdom Keepers is about a group of kids who sign up to become Disney holograms, where they essentially serve as guides for when you're walking around the park. Like digital holographic tour guides, essentially, is what they are. So, and then the twist is that when the curtains fall, like when the park closes for the day, when they go to sleep, they are teleported into their Disney hologram, like they become their holograms essentially, and then they can navigate the parks as their holograms, and obviously it's like, well, that's cool. You get to explore the Disney parks after dark. What a wacky, zany concept. But the other twist is that actually the Disney villains are alive. So, like, the animatronics from Pirates of the Caribbean, those are actual living pirates that come to life at night, and then they Ken, for the love of God, I swear, I'm pushing ZL and ZR at the same goddamn time, and it's not opening this stupid thing. Why? I don't know why they made this the way that they did. Everything about this, it's just so goddamn terrible. Oh my Jesus Christ. So yeah, the Disney villains are alive, and then basically the plot is they have to try to stop them, and then there's a lot of good character work with the main cast as well. And basically, I got it. I read the series because I'm a massive Disney fanatic who really love the Disney parks. And I still do love the parks, even though I am not thrilled. I don't like what's happening with Disney Genie, as I've ranted about previously. And it's certainly tainted my desire to want to go back. But I still have a lot of great memories of those parks, and it was very fun to see them tell a story in the parks in that way, so it was cool to see that. but it definitely fell apart a little bit towards the end of the series runtime. And I think he's actually rewriting the books with more, because I think some of the attractions that were talked about in those books are no longer there, so the series is a little bit outdated. So I think he's gonna rewrite them, like with updated attractions. I don't know. I might reread them one day. I'm sure I'll reread them one day, just to see how they hold up, to see if I still enjoy them as much as I used to. But you know, I really was not a fan of those last few books. And oh god, the turn of pain. Oh god, the turn of pain. This game sucks so bad. Jesus Christ, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this nightmare fuel to be. I cannot wait for this nightmare fuel of a game to finally be over. I don't even, like, this isn't even something that I would make a video on, because I just don't. I enjoy playing this so little that I don't want to play this game any more than I have to. Okay. Sure. I'm definitely touching the ramp, but whatever you say, game. Okay, sure. Whatever you say, game. Whatever you say. Not like I give a shit. Not like I care. Not that I care at all about competent controls in this game. Why would I care about that? Anyway, another series of books that I'm sure you expected me to say is the Halo books, because for those who don't know, there are lots and lots and lots of Halo books. Like, there's more books than there are games, which I guess isn't hard when there's only 10 games, unless you count, if you count the mobile games and if you count the mobile games, then there's 12, and if you count the arcade game as well, and there's 13. But even then, there's dozens and dozens of books, and they're not all great. Obviously, when you have enough of anything, they're not all guaranteed to be a success. So, or maybe, I mean, I think they've all been financially successful, but the quality of the writing is definitely all over the place. Some books are amazing, some books are kind of just fine, others are actually the worst thing ever created. So I want to focus on the ones that are really great. And the first one to come to mind is The Fall of Reach. I think that's probably the best book, the best Halo novel that's ever been written. It tells the Master Chief's origin story and serves as a prequel to Combat Evolved, and like how the Chief became who he was, and how Cortana became who she was, and just kind of the origin story of that, and the early days of the Covenant War, Blue Team's childhood, and the Spartan 2 training program, and the augmentation that they went through. That's what that book consists of. And it's really, really well written. For anyone, if you're only going to read one Halo book in your life, you should read that one. It's that good. That would be my glowing endorsement, is if you're only ever going to read one Halo book, that should be the one that you read. Halo the Flood is not that, well, I mean, it's not that it's not great, it's just that it's just a novelization of the first game. So if you've played the first game, then you don't need to read the book. They try to add in some extra side stories to justify its existence as a book, but it's not worth it. Also, this course sucks, and so does this game, so now I'm gonna replay this game, or replay this cup, and I'm gonna have even less fun than I did that time, so, joy. Can I? Oh my god, it's such a dumb decision. Yeah, let's make the pause button bound to one of the two buttons that we need to, well, let's make the button that pauses the game one of the two buttons that you need to simultaneously press in order to rewind the game, so that if you mistime the button presses for either one of the rewind buttons, then you're just screwed. You're pausing the game instead. Really great control bindings, I gotta say. Remember in episode 1 when I said, it's not that bad, I expected it to be worse? Yeah, that's all gone down the toilet in an embarrassing way, actually. This is so... I'm not gonna say it's worse than I imagined, because that's hyperbolic. It's not worse than I imagined. It's about exactly what I expected it to be. My original expectations for this game are about what it is right now. I did not think... Really? Really? By a nanosecond, are you kidding me? And there we go again. If you don't press them nanosecond precisely, you're just screwed. Oh my good god. This is a nightmare. Oh, it's not that bad, he said. Better than I expected, he said. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was on, but I was blatantly wrong. I don't know what the hell I was thinking in episode 1, but good god, this is just terrible to play. Well, at least there's only 2 more cups to go after this point. Anyway, favorite books. We're talking about the Halo books right now, and I'm pretty sure this will be the last genre or series book I talk about, because there can be other stuff I talk about, like the Big Nate book, for example. Those were a big part of my middle school life. That I read those a lot in middle school. The Big Nate books, but I've not read them since middle school, so I don't know if they would still appeal to me. I'm sure they probably would still appeal to me. Yeah, really? Really? You hit the... Momentum is not a thing in this game. If I hit you with a red shell and then I bump into you, I don't just bounce you and keep going. I just come to a dead stop. Apparently. Because that's just how that works in this game, I suppose. Lovely. My favorite. The Big Nate books are a big part of my childhood, so I might revisit those one day, but I don't know if they'd hold up the same way other stuff. Good God almighty. See, when he bumps into me, I go off the edge. But when I bump into him, I come to a dead stop. I sure do love this game. It's... Can I, you know, I'm really getting sick of playing terrible games on the channel. I'm getting really sick and tired of playing games that I just hate. Can I play good games for a change? Can I please play games that aren't terrible? That'd make me really happy, I gotta say. Make me really happy if I could play games that aren't just the worst things ever created. Good God. Okay, well, aside from that, I'm sure there's a miscellaneous book that I've read every now and again. But those are the main series that I've read that I really enjoy. So additional Halo books that I enjoy a lot. The Halo first. Sure, I don't know what stopped me there. Don't know what stopped me there, but it's not like I care because it's gonna be the same problem that's always happened anyway. Oh good God, this game controls like absolute garbage. This is just horrible. I don't even know how this. Good God Almighty. The thing, imagine this is all people had back in the day. This is all people had to play was this. This was the peak of Mario Kart. I am astonished that this ever got a sequel. I'm astonished people play this and not themselves. Yes, more of this, please. More of this bullshit, please. I beg of you. I don't know. But hey, at least I'm hoping that Mario Kart 64 and Super Circuit will be better than this. 'Cause I think once we get to Double Dash and DS, they'll be better. Like at that point, I'm confident in those games. Anything beyond Double Dash, I'm confident in it being not horrible to control. 64, I'm just hopeful. I can't imagine. God, for God's sake, this game is so terrible. Yeah, just stop on invisible wall. Why not? Stop me on an invisible wall. See, that time I didn't get stopped on an invisible wall. Also, that time I clipped through the pipes, whereas other times I don't clip through the pipes. Because of course not. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not, dude? Just get me out of this race. Good God almighty, it's so terrible. It's so horrible. Oh, see you guys in a second once I play this terrible cup again and enjoy it this race again. And enjoy it even less than I did the first time around. I also like starting in dead last, despite the fact that I didn't start in dead last in the last race. In fact, I actually finished quite well. Finished third last time. But it starts you in dead last anyway. That's my favorite, dude. I sure do love this great game. One of the greatest games ever made. Also, I'm sorry. People told me that if I play this with an SNES controller, I'll get better results. Are you high? You really think this is going to be made better with a worse controller? Are you kidding me? Come on. The game's controls are awful. End of discussion. Like, they're all just so much faster than me. They're all just actually so much faster. The AI in this game is just they just cheat. They just cheat. That's all this is they just cheat. I'm so sick of playing terrible games on this channel. I'm so sick of playing these awful, terrible games. Like, you can't, when you are this far behind, you just can't catch up. I'm just screwed, is the answer. I'm just screwed. I just lose. That's all this is. I just lose. The only reason I'm in third right now is because I got lucky and I got a lightning strike, which made everyone smaller and thus infinitely slower than me. So, the only reason I'm as far ahead as I am right now is because I got lucky with a stupid item that I mean, I say that, but it really should have been given to me anyway, because that's how item balancing is supposed to work. The higher up in the rankings you are, the worse items you get, because obviously you don't really need items. You don't need the more powerful items because you're already in the lead, whereas the people in the back need to get the better items so they have a chance to stay in the game. But in this game, it's just like, oh, are you in last place? Take a banana. That's great. When there's literally no one behind you, and there is no banana aiming to throw it forward in this game, I'm sure that'll do wonders for your success. I can't wait to see how you use that banana in last place. Good luck. Good luck there, team. Also, let's just go back again. Yeah, so they should have given me the lightning... he's just faster. He's just faster. He's just faster. That's all there is to it. The AI just cheats. It's hardcore. Hardcore AI cheating in this game. Because if I tried to make that drift, that bullshit happens. Oh, look at that. It actually happened to him as well that time. It actually happened to him as well that time. That'll never happen again, though. He'll never make that mistake again. He'll never go off the road again. And I keep, if you do not hit them on the same goddamn frame, you are pausing. This game is so goddamn bad. This is just indefensible. This game is terrible. Final lap. We're almost out of this hellhole. Well, not yet. We're almost out of the flower. If I were ever to try to bounce into someone, I would get bounced off the road myself. But when he does it, I get bounced off the road. Because that's just how the AI works in this game. The AI just cheats. That's all this game is. It's just AI cheating and slippery controls. That's Super Mario Kart in a nutshell. Fork over your money, please. Like, the AI just goes in a perfect line the entire time. There's no nuance to the AI. They're just perfect all the goddamn time. That's all this is. That's all this is just the AI being perfect constantly. Which is, I gotta say, really fun to drive against. It's really, really fun, actually. Having a lot of fun right now. There we go. Jesus Christ. Oh, this game sucks so bad. It's so terrible. It's awful. Well, at least it's over now. Okay, so quick summation of great Halo books. Halo First Strike is a great, is a game that, it's a book that tells the story between what happens between Common Evolved and Halo 2. Forerunner Saga gives a lot of backstories of the Forerunners and serves as a nice background information for Halo 4. Key to the 5 trilogy adds a lot of nuance and depth to the Sangheili and their relationship and how they handle the aftermath of the war and the start of the Arbiter War, and as a nice thing to Joel Domin's role in Halo 4. The Alpha 9 books with Buck becoming a Spartan, and then the aftermath of how Buck handles the rest of Alpha 9 squad in the aftermath of Halo 5, and Shadows of Reach, the prequel to Halo Infinite. Those are some of my favorites. Anyway, we didn't place on the thing. We came in 4th place. I don't care, because the cup's over. It's all that matters is that the cup is over. I don't give a shit that we didn't place in the top 3, because I don't really care how we place, so long as all I need to do is just place in all, sorry, I just need to not rank out of every cup so we can, or every race so we can see every course. That's all I need to do, and then we're good. And then I never have to play this terrible game ever again. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Super Mario. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna see you tomorrow for the finale of this game. I can't take this anymore. Tomorrow's gonna be the final episode. We're going to do the Star Cup and Special Cup in one super long extended episode because I am just done playing this game. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the finale. Goodbye.